very good morning to everyone. This is Manu Abraham. I'm the director for Career Launcher Pune. And I would like to thank everyone for joining us for this session on a Sunday morning, right? So today's session would be more focused about what are the options, unconventional career options available after 12th, and how to get into national law universities or IIMs, which are the best institute in India after your 12th. So please welcome our academic director, Mr. Miraj Thomas, who would be there, the main speaker of this session. And we would be having Ms. Bineha Vadgaonkar, who is our senior faculty and a lawyer, who would be joining later. So please welcome Miraj Thomas, our academic director. Miraj, over to you.
Thank you, sir. So let me quickly ask everyone, am I audible? Is the PPT and the video visible to you all? I'm just putting on the chat window also. In fact, if you want, you can unmute yourself and you can tell me if the video is clear, the audio is clear. आपको आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
हाँ आ रही है.
Okay, thank you. Fair enough. So let me also get a quick understanding. We have somewhere around 10-12 participants with us. So who all do we have? We have the students and the parents, or only parents, or only students. Ankush, you have the child and the parent together? अंकुश आपके साथ आप parent हो या student हो?
I'm a research scholar.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Just I have my relatives. Those are in 12th standard now. So I joined.
Achha, very good. No problem. Welcome aboard. Archana?
Yes, sir. My son is in 10th standard right
10th
now.
standard. Okay. So
Yes.
we have 12th standard, 10th standard info. Okay. Bindu?
Student, sir.
बेटा आप कौन से स्टैंडर्ड में हो अभी और आप 10th में हो? 10th क्लियर हो गया आपका, है ना?
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know the number D706. The name is not there.
कदम
कदम जी, हाँ जी. आपकी बेटा बेटी the child कौन से क्लास में है सर?
12 commerce.
12th commerce. Okay. Himanshi?
Student.
Okay, beta. What standard are you in?
10th pass.
10th pass. Very good. No problem. And how about Vinod ji? Vinod?
हाँ मेरा बेटा है 12th साइंस हुआ है.
12th science हो गया है. Okay. All right. Very good. Rupali is also there, I think. Yeah. Yes, Rupali. I think her audio is not activated yet. Okay, no problem. So, एक general understanding तो ये समझ में आ गया. We have parents with us and a mixed crowd जिसमें 10th standard के भी बच्चे हैं और we are also looking at 12th standard. Some are there who have already cleared 12th standard also. Or in fact are in 12th. अभी 12th के exams के results नहीं आए हैं. So 12th science is also there. So a good forum जहाँ पे we can actually, in fact, it's good that a 12th science kid is also there. I'm sure Vinod ji, were you looking at engineering and medicine science के माध्यम से?
साइंस लिया है लेकिन उसका अभी लॉ के उधर ज्यादा अट्रैक्शन.
ज़्यादा इसकी हो रहा है. Okay. No problem है ना. When we will talk about this, हम दोनों discuss करेंगे. मैं कुछ इंजीनियरिंग के बारे में भी बात करूंगा. थोड़ा सा लॉ के लिए तो हमारी लॉयर मैडम है, वो आपको बताएगी. और we will also talk about one more career option, right? So I would quickly start up. So first of all, let me quickly ask, in fact, I'm just closing the chat window. Like if you want to talk to me, just unmute yourself and directly talk to me. It'll be more easier. You can see the screen much more clearer. So I'm just closing all the other windows. Okay. One quick question to all the students who are there, right? Or ya fir even if the parents can answer unke behalf pe, what do you really want out of your career? In fact, parents can definitely advise about and life wala part. आप अपने career से और life से क्या चाहते हो? Let me hear some students first. We had some 10th standard, 11th standard students. Come on, be very frank. Bindas, okay, tell me, what do you really want in your career? I want a lot of money. मेरे पास इतना भरपूर पैसा हो कि मैं जो चाहूं वो खरीद सकूं, कर सकूं, या फिर मेरे करियर में इतनी मेरी नाम, या फिर I should be so famous, my name should have so much fame, I should be a popular celebrity. Yeah, in fact, if you consider life a very peaceful and calm life, या फिर एकदम ऐशो आराम prosperity wala life, what do you expect? Yes, come on, somebody. अच्छा चलो, if that becomes a question, career and life बहुत दूर की बात हो गई. Let me put up a smaller version to it. आज से 7-8 साल बाद, where do you want to see yourself? Life का तो पता नहीं, pandemic, everything going on. Thank God that everything is safe. I hope and wish that everything back at your home is also safe and healthy. 7 साल, especially with respect to a 10 standard student, 7 साल would be like 2 years, 11, 12, and next 5 years of your graduation, or including your post graduation. For a 12 standard student, a 5-6 year or a 4-5 year of graduation and 1 or 2 year of your maybe job or maybe something additional top up to it. कहाँ देखना चाहोगे आप? A very simple and a basic question. Nobody? Come on, ये session ना ऐसा boring हो जाएगा नहीं तो. We need to talk. We need to have interaction with each other. Else it will be very boring. I'll make it more lucrative. Let me put up words. मान लेते हैं, if I have to have a phone, क्या आप एक नॉर्मल एंड्रॉइड फोन प्रेफर करोगे या आप एक आईफोन प्रेफर करोगे? फ्री चॉइस है, राइट? आपको there's a gift coming to you और आपको पूछा जा रहा है कि आपको एक एंड्रॉइड फोन चाहिए, एक बेसिक एंड्रॉइड फोन चाहिए या फिर एक लेटेस्ट आईफोन चाहिए. What are you going to prefer? Come on, anybody? I think let me put on the chat window also. I'm not sure if you are responding in the chat. Okay, I can't see that either. Maybe I'll have to pick up names and ask.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
हाँ
Yes.
सर, of course एडवांस
Advanced.
आईफोन ही चाहिए होगा
हर एक को.
Yes,
In
sir.
fact, even as a parent also or as a guardian also, of course, we'll look
Yes,
forward for an iPhone. ठीक है. Let's try something else. How about cars? एक बेसिक ऑल्टो कार प्रेफर करोगे या एक फरारी प्रेफर करोगे? फरारी भी बहुत ज्यादा दूर हो गया है. Of course, I will be looking forward for maybe an Audi or a BMW or a Merc. क्या प्रेफर करेंगे हम? Definitely an advanced car, right?
right.
Yes, very true. Let me put up something this way. Parents might have a better idea about it. क्या हम पहले स्क्रीन वाला एक घर चाहेंगे अपने लिए, or am I going to have or expect a posh bungalow for myself? Definitely we are dreaming big and aiming high, right? कौन नहीं चाहेगा that ऐसा एक बंगला हो हमारा, right? Or या फिर we have to get into that same that congested area. No, we would definitely want a luxurious posh living, right? We talk about offices. Most commonly हमारे IT industry की अगर office आप देखोगे, right? It's something like this, है ना? ऐसा एक office चाहेंगे हम, या we are going to have something with an international standards. Glass window outside for you, top floor views on 22nd, 25th floors, right? So, whereas when we talk about dreams, हमारे dreams हमेशा से बड़े हैं. भले we don't know what we need in our career, भले we don't know that what are we going to think about in the next 7 to 8 years. But ये छोटी छोटी चीजें, when we are breaking it down to, we definitely want something bigger. Imagine how much money do you actually require to acquire this part. एक iPhone, latest iPhone अगर आप लेने जाओगे तो लगभग 1 से 1.25 लाख के आसपास वो iPhone आएगा. If you're looking forward for a Ferrari, the most basic version of the Ferrari again would come somewhere around at 75 odd lakhs. Posh bungalow, that too if you're looking at in the heart of the city, 1.5 crore में भी नहीं आएगा वो. Somewhere outskirts of the city, if you look at, right, probably 1.5 crore के आसपास में आपको एक बंगला मिल सकता है. नहीं तो भी just to fulfill few of our dreams, कुछ गिने चुने ड्रीम्स की अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं तो उसे फुलफिल करने के लिए भी हमें 2.5 करोड़ के आसपास का एक्सपेंस दिख रहा है. So if I want something of like this, how am I going to get into it? How will I get this? 7 से 8 साल में मुझे ये निकालना है. How will I get this part? So probably one basic requirement, I need a good career with lots of money. या तो फिर I should have lots of money which is left over for me as my legacy or something, right? उसके लिए I should have been some like मेरा जन्म ही खादा टाटा बिरला या अंबानी के घर में होता तो शायद I could have preferred that I would have automatically have lots of money. But no, we are from that mediocre levels, right? So we need a good career with loads of money into it. या फिर we need to have a career with good recognitions and advancement. हम एक बार एक career पे लग जाते, एक post पे लग जाते, जिंदगी भर वहीं रहेंगे? नहीं. Regular interval में we need to have some kind of advancements. Post position बढ़ेगी, पगार बढ़ेगा, lifestyle बढ़ेगी, right? Requirements बढ़ेंगे, luxurious things आएगी. So we need a regular advancement into it. ये चीज हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं 7 से 8 साल में ये चीज होनी चाहिए, है ना? अभी ये होने के लिए what is the requirement that I have? My admission or my education is something which should be from the top-notch universities in the country or abroad. यानी मेरी education, I should be getting the best and the best of the education जो मुझे यहाँ मेरे देश में या somewhere abroad. That is one basic requirement of it. या फिर जो भी कॉलेज या यूनिवर्सिटी में मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ या पढ़ रही हूँ और I am planning to get my child's admission into it, वहाँ की placements और salary levels काफी अच्छी होनी चाहिए. 7 से 8 साल के अंदर में ये एक progressive checklist हमारे दिमाग में होना चाहिए, right? So एक उंदा लेवल का कॉलेज या यूनिवर्सिटी, let me term it as like the top 10-15 universities, चाहे वो लॉ हो, चाहे वो मैनेजमेंट हो, चाहे वो इंजीनियरिंग हो, चाहे वो मेडिसिन हो, and if not the top 10, at least the one जहां पे भी मैं हूं या मेरा बच्चा है, उसकी प्लेसमेंट्स और उसकी सैलरीज एक टॉप लेवल के कंपनीज में होनी चाहिए और एक टॉप लेवल की अमाउंट की होनी चाहिए। और साथ ही साथ सबसे बड़ा और इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट इज यू वांट एन एडमिशन इन एनी यूजी और पीजी प्रोग्राम आफ्टर 12th, आपको एंट्रेंस एग्जाम देनी पड़ेगी। इनफैक्ट तो अभी हाल फिलहाल ये भी निकल रहा है कि 10th स्टैंडर्ड के बाद 11th में एडमिशन चाहिए तो शायद आपको सीईटी देनी पड़ेगी। बिना सीईटी के भी एडमिशन पॉसिबल है, बट द क्लैरिटी इज नॉट देयर येट। तो वहां भी एक एंट्रेंस एग्जाम आ रहा है। बट आफ्टर 12th आपको अगर कोई भी अच्छे यूनिवर्सिटी में अगर पढ़नी है, वो आपके एंट्रेंस एग्जाम पर निर्भर होता है। इट इज नॉट डिटरमिन्ड ऑन योर 12th स्टैंडर्ड स्कोर अलोन। इनफैक्ट कुछ कॉलेजेस, कुछ डोमेन्स में कोई पूछता ही नहीं। इनफैक्ट मेजॉरिटी डोमेन में 12th स्टैंडर्ड का स्कोर पूछते ही नहीं। पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि 12th स्टैंडर्ड का स्कोर जरूरी नहीं है। आप जब यूजी के बाद पीजी लेवल में जाते हो, मास्टर्स ग्रेजुएशन के बाद में आप पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करने जाते हो, या इफ यू गो अब्रॉड और समवेयर, वहां पे आपके एकेडमिक्स पे सबसे पहले सवाल उठाया जाएगा कि आपको आपके 10th में और 12th में कितना मिला है, एट द सेम टाइम आपके ग्रेजुएशन में कितना मिला है। लेकिन अभी अगर आप ग्रेजुएशन देख रहे हो तो दे most of it 90 95 98% of universities do not check your 12th standard scores. Yeah, of course you need to clear them. It's not कि आप नहीं clear करो तो भी होगा, you should be clearing it, right? And a kid, एक बच्चा जो 10th standard में 85 90s 95 के range में है, that child has already developed a skill of scoring more than 75-80%. तो वो उस चीज की like there's nothing to worry about that particular score level into it, but we need an examination which is going to be easier to clear, है ना। अभी साथ ही साथ में ये सब तो हमने सुना, ये सब कुछ करना है। अब ये सब करने के लिए हमने करना क्या is the basic question which comes up. And each of you, parents and guardians and students, even this is the same question which is going to be there in your mind too. What am I actually supposed to do? तो बड़े कॉमन से जो करियर ऑप्शंस हमारे दिमाग में आते हैं, right? It has been like generations to generations, even in my days, in your days, like my fathers, my forefathers, दो चीजों के अलावा उनके पास से ना बड़े कमी ऑप्शंस निकल के आते थे। या तो बेटा आप इंजीनियरिंग करो या आप डॉक्टर बन जाओ, राइट? आज भी हमारे पास में कॉमन ऑप्शंस में से यही दो कॉमन ऑप्शन निकल के आते। इसके साथ में एक और ऐड ऑन रहेगा, सीए या सीएस कर लो, कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड के अगर हो तो, राइट? So like Vinod sir is there, whose son is there in science. I want to show you some parts of engineering and medicines. थोड़े से facts के साथ हम deal करना चाहेंगे. So let me take the first option, engineering. Now I am sure आप सबने ये मूवी देखा है, right? 3 Idiots मूवी आप सबने देखा होगा, इनफैक्ट बार बार देखा होगा, बड़ा मजेदार मूवी था। एंड मूवी देखने के बाद में ना पहली इच्छा ये होती है, आई वांट टू डू इंजीनियरिंग इन और फ्रॉम वन ऑफ दीज यूनिवर्सिटीज। ऐसा एक एनवायरनमेंट चाहिए। बच्चे जब देखते हैं, ओके वाओ व्हाट अ लाइफस्टाइल देयर, I want to do engineering. In fact, I have interacted with many students, 10th standard, 11th standard, right? When I do a small kind of review survey, उनसे मैं बात करता हूँ ना, कहीं ना कहीं they come up with the campus, the lifestyle, the way that 4 years go. This gives them a lucrative part to get into engineering. Of course, there are like future, some people who dream bigger also. लेकिन ये एक पार्ट है इंजीनियरिंग का, यहाँ घुसने के लिए दिस इज द कंडीशन। जैसे इस मूवी में भी बुमानी सर जैसे कह रहे थे दैट लाइफ इज अ रेस, और इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस की रेस तो आजकल 4-5 गुना बढ़ चुकी है। देयर वाज अ टाइम व्हेन the IIT applications, IIT JEE main applications used to be somewhere around 12 to 14 odd lakhs. 2021 के numbers इस साल, because you have multiple windows to get into this, we have 22 lakh applicants for IIT JEE mains paper this year. ये मैं मेरे मन से नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. That's why I have put up this particular chart also there. This is there in Times of India's website. The actual number मैंने round up करके 22 lakh के आसपास लिखा हुआ है. Gone are the days जहाँ पे we were talking about 14-15 lakh applicant. This is 22 lakh applicants. और हमारे पास है कितने लोग? Total number of BTech seats अगर हम देखते हैं, total number of BTechs including all IITs put together, exact number आएगा लगभग 11,300 के आसपास. To be very precise, it would be 11,278 280 के आसपास आता है. I again rounded up to, I made it like some 300. See the difference. 22 lakh applicant seats, 11,000, 11,500. इसके साथ में if I add up the tier 1 colleges also, बहुत सारे tier 1 colleges, tier 2 colleges है, जैसे पुणे में COEP एक college है, autonomous colleges के अंदर में VIT एक अच्छी college है, right? When we talk about these colleges, इन्हें भी अगर add कर दे, I'm talking about across the country, we can add another 10,000 seats. अगर हम थोड़ा सा top 10 से top 20 to 25 और tier 1 से lower tier 1 तक अगर भी आते हैं, still we are talking about max 25,000 seats. 22 लाख में से 25,000 सीट के आसपास is the fight. Imagine the race. और ये बाकी के इतने लोग, the remaining 21 odd lakh जाते कहाँ हैं? In fact, out of this number 2175, we don't even have 75,000 registrations which are there. उसके लिए भी we'll have to wait. That means entire 21 lakh question mark है, right? अभी ये जो IIT में पहुंच भी जाते हैं, it's a very common finding which we have seen that people who enter IIT or these IITians, they prepare for their engineering for the first 4 years, and thereby most of them, 85-90% of them, they apply for CAT examination. That is one of the major reason, CAT for MBA, so that they can get into their final destination, which is an IIM. क्यों? क्योंकि BE MBA ये जो डिग्री है बहुत solid weighted डिग्री है करके सब बोला जाता है. A combination of technical and management together. There was a time when it was actually there. वो इतना बढ़ गया that now IIMs had to come up with one new category profiling into their admission criteria. They have come up with academic diversity. In fact, जो engineer होते हैं उनको कम weightage है, and the non-engineers, BA, BCom, BBAs, इनको additional percentage दिया जाता है for free. And उसके लिए you spend 4 years and another 2 years of management, which is like 6 years. तो ये अगर आपको डायरेक्ट वहीं पहुंचना ही था, मैनेजमेंट ही करना था, तो ये 22 लाख की जर्नी, 4 साल का स्ट्रगल, and then why there? You could have reached there directly. इस पे हम we'll come to that particular point in some time. So this is the actual current structure of engineering. Let me talk about MBBS. I'm again sure that each one of you have seen this movie. In fact, both the parts 1 and 2 also. नहीं तो भी पहला पार्ट तो सबने देखा रहेगा. I wish medicine और medical colleges ऐसे होते हो, जहाँ पे admission भी वैसी हो जाती हो. सिर्फ दिखावा है, right? The way he did his admission into the college is not the right way, or in fact, it's not possible to do it in that manner. इतना आसान नहीं है, फोन लिया, हाथ में रख लिया, आपने you managed something, tricked out, and आपने पूरा पेपर निकाला and you topped the entrance exam also. नीट पार करने के लिए it's a huge headache. You have near about 16 lakh applicants जिसमें आपको टॉप करनी है, and a huge syllabus itself for NEET. और जहां तक मेडिसिन की बात खुद करेंगे, मेडिसिन is just not that 5 years which you study there. सिर्फ एक नॉर्मल MBBS करने से नहीं होगा. If you really want to start your career, right? Most of the doctors, they do MBBS, then they do MS, FRCS, MD, I don't know what all degrees they might have to add up, and then they become like, okay, something. So by the time they finish up these degrees, कम से कम एक 10-12 साल उनको तो उनके पढ़ाई में डालनी पड़ती. 32 to 35 is where they will actually start up their career. Their careers start pretty late, and that too after this. In fact, you yourself imagine, हम जब एक क्लिनिक जाते हैं, एक डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, राइट? हमारे पास में अगर एक 4 चॉइस रहा, एक नॉर्मल, एक MBBS है, एक बी फार्म, या फिर एक नॉर्मल होम्योपैथिक डॉक्टर, या फिर एक यूनानी डॉक्टर. You have one who is like MBBS, FRCS, MD, MS, top class surgeon, experience 10-15 years. ये और एक probably fourth one you can take up like a junior practicing studying a medical student. आप किसकी ट्रीटमेंट पे ज्यादा विश्वास रखो? वैसे भी आज एक भी अगर किसी ने प्रिस्क्रिप्शन दिया या एक डायग्नोसिस निकाल के दिया, we go to 10 doctors for reference. Second opinion, third opinion, fourth opinion, 10th opinion. Okay, oh, this is so much studying, or this is a doctor who had studied so much, इतनी डिग्रियां हैं, 10 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, तो ये सही है. ये माइंडसेट है हमारा, और यही रिफ्लेक्ट होता है पूरे करिकुलम के साथ. So one, a huge syllabus, entry into AIIMS अगर हम देखेंगे, पूरे इंडिया में there are 30 names, AIIMS college, all India medical colleges which are there, in fact including the new ones. ये भी सुनने में आया कि there are 6 to 8 new AIIMS which would be coming up in the next 3 to 4 years also. लेकिन इन्हें मिलाने के बाद में भी the total number of seats what we have is 22,500 seats. अब सबसे उसमें भी बड़ी बात ये होती है, 16 लाख एप्लीकेंट अप्लाई जरूर करता है, लेकिन इसमें से पास 7.5 लाख लोग ही हो पाते हैं. पास होंगे तभी तो आप वो सीटों के हकदार बनोगे, राइट? The challenge itself becomes is 50% भी पासिंग परसेंटेज नहीं है. It's near about 47.36, 48%. चलो, एक एग्जामिनेशन जिसका पासिंग परसेंटेज ही 48% है, ये क्वेश्चन मार्क है. एंड हम फिर भी वी लुक फॉरवर्ड फॉर दीज टू कॉमन क्लीशे करियर ऑप्शंस पे चल रहे. तो क्या इसका मतलब ये है क्या कि हमने इंजीनियरिंग और मेडिसिन करनी ही नहीं है? नहीं, करनी चाहिए. विल डू इट, विल टॉक अबाउट इट सम टाइम. इनमें चैलेंज क्या है? IIT और या इंजीनियरिंग या मेडिसिन करने में प्लान बी ऑप्शन बहुत हद तक रुक जाते हैं, क्योंकि IIT JEE की सिलेबस और नीट की सिलेबस इट्स मोर डोमिनेंट टुवर्ड्स योर 11-12 स्टैंडर्ड साइंस एकेडमिक्स. उसकी जो सिलेबस होती है उस पर निर्भर करता है, और बाकी के एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशंस आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन स्किल्स. विल टॉक अबाउट व्हाट स्किल्स दे आर लुकिंग टू. कुछ उनके करिकुलम के भी पार्ट होते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे वो कंप्लीटली डोमिनेट करता है 11th और 12th के सिलेबस को. इसीलिए बहुत सारे IIT कॉलेजेस, IIT इंस्टीट्यूट्स और इनफैक्ट कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स और नीट कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स, दे हैव अ कंसेप्ट कि आप कॉलेज मत जाओ, हमारे साथ पढ़ लो, आपका दोनों एक साथ हो जाएगा, बिकॉज इट्स द सेम. तो वो एक लिमिटेशन बैरियर वहीं आ गया. प्लान भी सोचने का टाइम नहीं मिलता है. फिर भी लाइक आई सेड, Again the question is, क्या मैंने engineering और engineering और medicine करनी ही नहीं है? करनी है. We should be doing. But who are the ones who should be actually looking forward for the same? The people who have these kind of mindset. For engineering, imagine अगर आपके बच्चे में या आप में, right, day and night you think about technology, you think about machines. You remember the Ranchod Das of Three Idiots? How was his mindset? The logical thinking rather than that mugging up. रट्टा मारने वाला फंडे से अच्छा आपके दिमाग में हमेशा से अगर ये आता है कि ये ऐसा होता क्यों है, ये ऐसा कैसे और क्यों हुआ, कब हुआ, किस तरह हुआ. The children who are more interested in the actual working of a model rather than the facts, history, concepts written. थियरी तो लिखी गई है, लेकिन ये थियरी के पीछे का वर्किंग पैटर्न क्या है, ये अगर आपका माइंडसेट है, right? You love doing a lot of experiments with either with computers, with machines, with construction elements. Go for engineering, क्योंकि that is your passion. And भले ही अगर आप उस रेस में एकदम ऊपर नहीं हो, you will be at some level and you will make it to it. But अगर ये नहीं है, तो शायद engineering is not meant for you. At the same level or the same time, if you are someone who is like, who loves pathology labs, दुनिया भर के एक्सपेरिमेंट करने में बड़ा मजा आता है, लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स के साथ में ऐसा भाईचारे वाला फीलिंग आ रहा है, right? You care for these things too much. You talk in terms of most of the jargons related to medicines or the medical field. You are one जिसे evolution, brain functioning, genetics, cellular structures, DNA structures, इन सब में बड़ा interest आता है. It should not be like the dialogue like मुझे patient से प्यार है. Sorry, that's a good one for an interview and for a humanity charity show. लेकिन reality में, if you really have these kind of gestures in you, these kind of traits in you, these kind of skills in you, probably you can look forward for medicine. If not, engineering in medicine will not be the one which will give you a career with such good prosperity or maybe that loads of money and dream which we talked about in the beginning. तो अभी फिर करना क्या है? Stiff competition, NIT और IITs में डॉक्टरी करनी है तो late career option. Examinations, one of the toughest examinations again. IIT JEE और NEET की प्रिपरेशन के लिए लोग 8 स्टैंडर्ड से शुरू हो जाते हैं, फाउंडेशन क्लास करते हैं, 8th 9th 10th 11th 12th, 5 साल में बच्चा डॉक्टर बन जाता है और 5 साल में वो बच्चा डॉक्टर बनने के लिए प्रिपरेशन कर रहा है. What is the irony? What an irony, right? It's unimaginable. 5 साल एक एंट्रेंस एग्जाम के लिए जो आपके अगले 5 साल खाने वाले. A confused career option. तो हमें करना क्या है? That means I want something. I want some new choices. जैसे 4th, 5th, 3rd, I have given it to CA and CS. CA and CS की अगर बात करेंगे तो पहले CPT से लेके आखिरी के CA फाइनल्स तक मेरे ख्याल से 0.1-0.2% लोग की पासिंग निकलती है. Similar structure like IIT or engineering and medicine. So going with that 4th and 5th option, मुझे ऐसा एक ऑप्शन चाहिए जिसके अंदर में कंपटीशन कम हो, करियर की शुरुआत जल्दी होती हो एंड डेफिनेटली एग्जामिनेशन थोड़ी आसानी से निकले, जिसके लिए मुझे दिन रात एक ना करना पड़े. अगर मैंने कर भी दी तो भी रिजल्ट का गारंटी ना हो, ऐसा सिचुएशन ना हो. Something wherein my efforts are going to bear me fruits which are sweet enough to have it. तो ऐसा ऑप्शन क्या है? Let's see that. One of them is definitely like I said, a management option. In this, वो जो 6 साल की जर्नी की बात हम कर रहे थे, 4 साल का engineering and then 2 years of your management, उसमें भी you have to go through that examination called as CAT. उससे अच्छा, now you can directly get into an IIM. इनमें पहले सिर्फ 1-2 हुआ करते थे. Near about now, at least for this year, we have 5 IIMs which are ready to get students directly after 12th standard. It's an integrated program offered by these IIMs for 5 years, जहाँ पे आपकी graduation और direct post graduation में admission होती है. 5 साल at a stretch, जब आप 5 साल बाद pass out होते हो, तो आपके पास में इनमें से एक IIM की डिग्री और सर्टिफिकेट होगी, जिसके लिए लोग आज graduation करने के बाद में they go ahead with CAT, which is also another tough exam to crack. उसमें भी near about 2-3 लाख applicant होते हैं. पिछले साल even in the structure of pandemic, you still had 2.1-2.2 lakh aspirants. ये रेस में जाने के वजह, you can directly go into an IIM, which is possible directly after 12th standard. Pehle, it was only IIM Indore and IIM Rohtak. In fact, let me first tell you why you should actually get into this 5-year program. One of the basic main reason, जैसे मैंने कहा, it's a direct IIM tag which you get. At the same time, don't wait for CAT. CAT की preparation करने के लिए आपको अलग से 1-1.5 साल लगेगा, right? Directly you are getting into it. जहां आपकी competition 2 लाख बच्चों के साथ होती है, जहां आपकी competition IIT, JEE, NEET वगैरह में 20-22 लाख, 16-17 लाख लोगों के साथ होती है, वहां आपकी competition is with 20,000 students. You can do the maths yourself. I don't need not tell you, right? So 22, this part, 20,000, we still have 5 IIMs. हर एक IIM के अंदर में 160, 180, 120 के आसपास की सीटें होती है. आज 5 है. The good part is students who are there in 10th standard, we still have 2 more years with us. More IIMs are coming up with these programs. We heard about Bangalore and the newer ones which are there. They are coming up with these programs. 20 IIMs में से 5 तो already है. शायद इन 2 साल में और एक 5 आ जाएगा. So the scope of admission increases. And why are they coming up with these new programs? Because the future rely on them. The economists, the one who are working and running around with the country and the development of it, they know कि उन्हें management के लोग चाहिए, ये चलाने वाले लोग चाहिए, क्योंकि engineers वैसे ही भरपूर पड़े हैं, doctors है हमारे पास में. वैसे ही 17 लाख तो इंजीनियर हर साल पास आउट होते हैं. क्या इन सबको जॉब मिल रहा है? नहीं, पेंडिंग पड़ा हुआ है. So why not get into an area which is definitely going to fetch us some money? Let me give you some more statistics. Average salary IIMs के अंदर से 18 से 20 लाख की निकलती है, because they are doing their actual flagship program. उनकी जो PGP होती है IIMs की, वो वही कर रहे हैं. Higher salary तो 1-8 करोड़ के ऊपर ही जाती है. I still remember last year or something, or last year, I don't remember the year, but then we had a student of ours who succeeded in getting one of the highest international package, 3.2 crore. ये सालाने income थी उनकी. Because Career Launcher also deals with management studies, CAT की preparation कराते हैं. So one of our students who was there, so they came back and they informed us about it. And IIMs, they have a tag of 100% placement. Other than the ones who self or who themselves opt for their own business or becoming an entrepreneur or something like that, नहीं तो बाकी सबकी placement IIMs में होती ही है. That's why they have a tag of 100% placement. सेम टाइम। ऐसा नहीं है कि आप एक मैनेजमेंट में जाओगे तो आपको सिर्फ फाइनेंस में घुसना है या सिर्फ मार्केटिंग में घुसना है। These are the names of the organizations which come up with job opportunities. आप देखो इसके अंदर आपको सब मिलेंगे। You will find a bank, you will find an IT industry, you will find an investment industry, you will find mechanical industry, you will find car industry, you will find telecom industry, you will find audit firms. जैसे KPMG is an audit firm, Nokia, Tata, ITC, right? Accenture, GSK, a medical field, PNG, FMCG, Amazon. You have so many opportunities which come in. In fact, it's an in-sector independent area with a wide domain. आपके interest के हिसाब से आप उसके अंदर जा सकते हैं, right? इनमें से imagine if you're an IT engineer or a doctor. Can a doctor go and work in audit firm unless one of the auditor is sick and has to be treated? Nahi. It's possible for management masters or management students. If you are a person जिसे मैं किसी के अंडर काम नहीं करूंगा, करूंगी, जो भी करूंगी मैं मेरा खुद का करूंगा या करूंगी, if you are that kind of a person, like my business, my role, my way, highway, then probably management is the area. You want to become an entrepreneur on your own, you want to have a startup of your own, you want to become the next Ambani or probably someone like that, you want to become the next Nadella, you want to become the next Bill Gates, someone of your own, then why don't you study that in the beginning itself? क्यों नहीं मैं 12वीं के बाद ही immediately इसके बारे में जानना शुरू करूं and I get into it? Maybe I can make it out. अभी इसमें if you want to get into one of these IIMs, you definitely have to crack an examination, right? That examination is called as IPMAT. अभी all these 5 IIMs have different examinations. IIM Indore has IPMAT Indore, IIM Rohtak has IPMAT Rohtak, Ranchi has IPMAT again. In fact, they accept SAT ka score bhi. Bodh Gaya also accept IPMAT ka score. Jammu has a JIPMAT, an examination of their own organization. Lekin in sab mein, the common sections are quantitative ability, which is mathematics, जो आपके 10 standard तक आता है, elementary level mathematics, verbal ability, which is nothing but your English, जो आप पिछले 10-12 साल से पढ़ते आए हो, and then logical reasoning. In fact, IIM Indore में तो सिर्फ ऊपर के 2 ही आते हैं. What you need to study is only these 3 areas. Why are they not called as maths, English and reasoning? Because इसके अंदर में सवाल वो डायरेक्ट नहीं है 1 + 1 कितना आएगा 2 नहीं. They will check the ability in you, they will check the skill in you, whether you actually possess that or not. हम चीजें याद जल्दी रख सकते हैं, लेकिन if you have to develop a skill, you need time, you need practice, and you need consistent practice, right? English, if I ask one of your kid, right, when was the last time you really studied English for near about a month's time? English का पेपर रहेगा, most of the students question और answer दोनों पेपर में होता है. पैसेज है, पैसेज में से आंसर निकालना है और क्वेश्चंस चुनने हैं और आंसर देने हैं. पैसेज, I doubt whether even kids read the passage. नीचे क्वेश्चन दिया हुआ है, क्वेश्चन, ओके, क्वेश्चन, पैसेज में वर्ड, हाँ, मैच, करेक्ट, ये ब्रैकेट, ये यहां से यहां तक, नीचे चुना, टिक मार्क. दिस इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट वी यूज्ड टू डू. ये पॉसिबल है, ठीक है, वैलिड है, लेजिटिमेट है टिल 10 स्टैंडर्ड. इनफैक्ट अभी 10 स्टैंडर्ड में भी थोड़ी डेवलपमेंट आ गए. बट इन योर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन they do test your English ability. आपको समझ में कितना आया, How well do you comprehend it? How good is your vocabulary? 10, 12 years, how was your grammar in it? So for that, again, what is required is practice. And same goes for logical reasoning also. Jisme one part is your analytical reasoning, the other part is your verbal reasoning. अभी ये तीनों IIT JEE या NEET के part में नहीं आएंगे. However, if you take the same section, like we have our senior faculty, Vinaya madam, who's also a lawyer, when she talks about law, you will see that this part is also there in law. This part, if I have to give you some plan B options, आप अगर BBA करना चाहते हो NMIMS में से, Narsimha Monji, which is one of the best colleges in Mumbai for management, NPAT is the examination which they come up with. The syllabus is exactly the same. Symbiosis, set examination, BBA. Why only BBA? BBA हो गया, hotel management हो गया, mass media हो गया, economics हो गया, BCom, liberal arts. You name the examinations under them, they all have a common paper with the common syllabus, the one which we saw. But usme you just have to add GK or in current affairs into it. The general affairs. General awareness is something which we automatically do it for our students who study for IPM with us from our end, so that we can increase their scope of plan B. Similarly, go with Christ University, the #1 university in India for BBA. It's in Bangalore. You can go with their BBA, you can go with the law, you can go with the BCom, you can go with their engineering also. I'm not even talking about their average salary structures. ये तो भी बात की बात है. At least the brand name of the college is still there. And if you're looking ahead for studying further, maybe in this country or abroad, still these are renowned universities which are recognized way abroad also. Nirma University, Ahmedabad, Xavier's, Mumbai, Jindal, Sonipat, Delhi. All of these have management entrance or management courses with them, and all are recognized ones. Apo ek part, like we checked it, these 3 sections, if you're studying, you are making yourself eligible to either get into a 5-year integrated program, or you are making yourself automatically eligible for all other management programs. In fact, Nirma has an integrated program also. Jindal also has an integrated program. आप उनमें भी apply कर सकते हो. So this becomes another option, another alternative. With this, आप अगर hotel management में interest रखते हो, you can still clear that. You are a very good creative person. You have good command over languages, right? You want to become a journalist or something, probably you can get into mass media. With the same topic, you can give that examination. Liberal arts, you're not sure about what exactly I need to get into right now. I have 2-3 things in my mind. So probably I can go with liberal arts. You are very good in economics, so shayad probably we can do that also. Yes, of course, even Delhi University, even in DU has their examination called as DU JAT. Unka syllabus is also the same. In fact, they also have this higher mathematics which is there into it, and that is there in your IPMAT also, which is again the same. You can still do that. Possible. So, एक option, one choice, because either way, after your normal graduation, आपको management में घुसने की इच्छा है, तो आप 12वीं के बाद ही जाइए. You can still get better returns, कहना चाहिए इसमें तो ROI ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा. And plan B के साथ plan C और D भी ready रहता है. Let's see something further. So let's see choice, the 5th choice, law. So I would invite Vinaya madam. Vinaya madam, I'll give you the access of the screen.
Giving little inputs about law as a career. What is it all about, and what do you need to do, what one needs to do, kya karna padta hai to take up law as a career. Before that, through this session, I would also like to, tell all of you a little bit about how law was first, how you could get into law earlier, and what are the provisions for the same the currently, right? So to start with, अगर आप generally अगर आप देखोगे तो law is known to be taken up after graduation. तो पहले ऐसे होता था कि आपको पहले graduation करना पड़ता था किसी भी field में. For example, one has done BBA or BA or BCom या फिर BSc करने के बाद फिर आपको law you had the option of doing law. That was earlier. If I'm not wrong, somewhere around 1987 तक ये होता था. But in 1987, one Mr. Professor, if I'm not wrong, Menon, some N.R. Madhav Menon, he got the concept, a UK-based concept of 5-year integrated law course, right? So it was first established in the Bangalore, NLS Bangalore, which is the much known, very renowned college. So पहले वहाँ पे लेके आए थे वो, that instead क्यों, why did he bring something like this? So मान लो अगर एक इंसान है जिन्होंने एक स्टूडेंट है जिनको पता है कि उनको लॉ ही करना है, but because of the criteria they had to first do a graduation. They had to graduate, one student had to graduate in any of the said field he wishes to, and then take up law. But if that student has already decided कि उनको लॉ ही करना है, तो पहले के जो 3 साल वो कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो BA हो, BSc हो, अगर if I have to say, if I were to put it up, basically that person is just wasting 3 years, 3 साल, क्योंकि वो directly उनके जो भी subjects होने वाले हैं BA में, BSc में, वो directly law से जो है वो related नहीं है, और they're just going to waste their time in studying all these subjects, which is why he got this concept. यहाँ पे in this particular concept, what happens is they decided to mix. Basically, अगर आप graduation कर रहे हो उसके बाद law ले रहे हो, तो all in all you're spending 6 years, 3 years of your graduation and 3 years of your LLB. So to save 1 year and to just start studying law from the first year, this particular course was brought in. So इस course से, through this course you can complete this law in 5 years, in the span of 5 years, and also you are studying the subjects of law. You're studying law right from the first year. So slowly and steadily, all the other national law schools they developed, they were established on this particular concept, but it was first established through NLS Bangalore. Now, when we look at, so I will definitely tell you what happens, what is the life in law school, what is the life after law school. That means career options after you are done with law, you've taken law, and what all is required to even enter into a law school, right? Now there are a lot of examinations. आपके पास बहुत सारे examination होते हैं to take up law. पहले जैसे अब रहा नहीं कि आप graduation कर लो, उसके बाद you can just simply based on your percentage you can get into any college. Now you have to appear for a lot of entrance examinations. But I'm going to speak about some prominent, one of the most prominent examination, that is CLAT. Now in India, if you talk about just say IIT, just as Mirat sir told us that there are a lot of examinations जिससे आप IIT में पहुंच सकते हो. You can get yourself admitted in IITs or any other good colleges if one wants to do engineering or if one wants to do MBBS. So you have to give these entrance examination and you can just get into these top tier colleges, which is going to help you to develop your career, which is going to help you to be at the top level of all those people who have done the same kind of graduation. Similarly, law also, in the field of law also, we have these best universities which are considered as national law schools. Ideally, there are total 23 national law universities hoti hain, जिसमें से 22 national law universities will take up your CLAT score, and then there is another one more national law school which has its own examination, which I'm going to talk about in a while. But when we speak about these examinations, so as compared to other, why law? Why law? Why should we take up law over other careers? सबसे पहले your competition is not as great, या फिर इतना ज़्यादा competition नहीं होता है, which makes it quite difficult for you to enter into these colleges. तो सबसे पहले competition low है. Your competition being less is not, it cannot be considered as something that is bad, but it is something which can be considered as a very good thing, because this competition, this less competition, will also help you to get into the aspired college that you want. And it is also going to help you to develop yourself, your field, your career in an area which is currently is getting a lot of fame, जिसको बहुत ज़्यादा अब ऊपर आ रहा है. It is coming up out. It's coming out very nicely. Second thing is, when you enter a particular law school, इसका syllabus भी बहुत, law as a career का syllabus is not so tedious. Forget about the law school. When you are writing the entrance examination, the syllabus, the whole part, what you need to study, जो आपको पढ़ना पड़ता है, it is not so इतना ज़्यादा नहीं है that you're going to get digged into the studies and you have nothing else to do, which also helps you to, which also makes it very easier for you. It is very easy going for you to prepare for these examinations. Now, when I speak about CLAT basically is accepted by the 22 national law universities, which I've already told all of you. The CLAT examination, the total number of questions that are there in this particular examination is in 150 questions, which you are expected to solve in 2 hours. Also, what are the sections, what you are supposed to prepare, आपको क्या prepare करना पड़ेगा, I'll speak about it, I'll talk about it in a while. But पूरा paper जो है उसमें 150 questions होते हैं जो 2 घंटे में आपको solve करने हैं. Earlier ये question 2018 तक ये जो paper है वो online conduct किया जाता था, but 2018 में कुछ ऐसे issues हो गए थे, कुछ problems हो गए थे, कुछ errors हो गए थे, जिसके वजह से जो consortium है, they decided that we should go back to the pen and paper mode. Now, in this COVID crisis, we are anticipating for it to go back, but it's nothing confirmed as such. We'll speak about it. We'll let you know. But इस exam में basic part section होता है, आपको क्या prepare करना होता है. I'm going to take you through the career opportunities after. Miraj sir, I can't access the. If you can help me with that. Yes, I'm going to speak about the increasing opportunities in law, or what are the opportunities in law, in a while. Before that, I would want to take you through.
I think it's there now. The control is there with you.
Yes. So this is what I was speaking about. What does this CLAT section consist of? कितने sections होते हैं? So there are 5 sections in total. This examination will expect an aspirant to prepare for all these 5 sections. So first being your GK, that is current affair including general knowledge. Second is going to be legal reasoning. Third is your English. Fourth, logical reasoning, and fifth is maths. Maths is essentially it is basically called as quantitative techniques, which is essentially maths. Maths would so what sort of maths would be expected? Nothing on a higher level, but everything that we have studied till our elementary school, till our 10th standard. Also English, logical. Legal is something, this is a new subject that would be introduced to you through this examination. But are you expected to know every law that is prevalent in our country, in our legal system? No, you are not, which is what we are going to study once we are admitted to the law school. But legal reasoning, ye aapko ye subject kyun add kiya gaya? Why do we have this subject? Is the examiner wants to assess, the examiner wants to know how well is your reasoning, how well is your ability to understand something on a legal purview. Not no aspirant who would be appearing for this examination would be expected to give legally correct answer. आप लोगों को legally correct situations में legally correct solutions देना expected नहीं है. You are not expected to do that. Basic minimum level of legal knowledge would be imparted to you when you are preparing for this particular examination. Some basic contracts topics or some basic constitution topic, which were well parts of our if I'm not wrong, civics में जो हमें basic होता था 10th standard में, या फिर constitution के बारे में, fundamental rights के बारे में, ये everything that in bits and parts what we've studied in school is we have to compile together and we have to apply basically with a particular approach to solve this section, that is legal reasoning section. English definitely is going to be similar to what we have done, some passages, grammar based questions, vocabulary based question, logical reasoning, everything is going to be nothing, no new concepts are expected for you all to download and prepare yourself for them. But it is just as Miraj sir rightly said, आपको अगर एक चीज, जैसे हम स्कूल में होते थे तो हमें subjective answers लिखने पड़ते थे. आप you had to elaborate a particular answer, and even if you are not to the point, you would get some marks for those particular answers. But when we speak about these of this examination in particular, the pattern of this examination is in an MCQ pattern. Your whatever answer you're going to mark, it's either going to be correct, it's either going to be, or it's going to be wrong. So when you are answering the questions based on these sections, jo bhi in section mein questions aapko aane wale, when you want to mark your responses for these questions, you have to develop a particular skill, you have to develop a particular approach, jisko hum basically application process bolte hain. So whatever we've studied in our 10th standard, theory would be more or less the same, but the approach, the basic application process is going to be developed, which is what you're expected to prepare to be able to crack this examination. There's one more thing when you speak about CLAT. Definitely there is 1 mark for every correct response, but with every incorrect response there will be a negative marking, which is a little worrisome point over here. So that adds up to be able to mark the correct responses. We have to be you will have to be very, very cautious when you are marking the responses, which is only going to happen with practice. It is not some rocket science jo hame nahi aayega, but it will definitely be there with practice. Now this is what you are required. This is about CLAT. Apart from CLAT, so there is another examination which the 23rd National Law University accepts, jiska score accept karte, that is ALET. So ALET is an examination which you'll have to write for NLU Delhi. It is All India Law Entrance Test. ये इनका एक respective exam hai only for this college, and they will not accept the CLAT score. There were a lot of other national law school which also used to have their own respective examination, but over the time they have now started accepting the CLAT score. So these were about the 23 national law universities. But apart from National Law University, let's say, if I give you if we were supposed to speak about our only National Law University lucrative enough to be a part of, what about the private colleges? So aisa nahi hota hai. Definitely there are other colleges, private colleges. For example, we have who have their own respective examinations. For example, we have SLAT, LSAT, MHCET hota hai. SLAT is basically Symbiosis Law Admission Test, which is applicable for Symbiosis Pune, Noida, Nagpur. So the score for this SLAT, your SLAT score would be applicable, would make you eligible to get admitted to all these colleges. SLAT is similar to, in SLAT mein similar. Am I muted? Okay. SLAT basically is of a pattern where you will have a written examination as along with a WAT, that is written ability test. LSAT is another examination which makes you eligible to get admitted for all the private law colleges. There are a lot of private law colleges which admits you through this test, but the much spoken is your Jindal. Then you have MHCET law. MHCET is an entrance examination which is applicable for all those colleges, all the law colleges that are established, that are there, that are situated in Maharashtra state. So these are the examinations, which this is something that you are required to appear for to be able to enter into any particular law college, any particular school that you want to be a part of, to be a lawyer. Now, when you speak about your life in the law school, how is the life in the law school? So before we go on to the opportunities post your career opportunities post your law, a quick, I would want to give you a quick maybe a picture. I would want to paint a small picture in front of you. Ki kya hota hai? So once you enter into a law school, there are a lot of interesting activities that are taken that take place. So first of all, definitely academics being a part. When you are a part of law school, there are over 50 to 70 law subjects होते हैं जो आपको पढ़ने होते हैं, depending on the law school. It varies in which law school you are particularly admitted. But apart from academics, let's say, so ये तो हमें पढ़ना ही है, definitely we are supposed to do this. But apart from your academics, what are those activities which are going to interest you? So there's one thing called as a moot court. Now, what is moot court? I want to show you a small picture over here. So this picture where Sunny Deol is, seen speaking about, so it's a famous dialogue from the picture Damini when he says, "Tarik pe tarik, tarik pe tarik milti jati hai, jaj sahab par koi nyay nahi hota hai." So we've often seen it in pictures, कि एक courtroom होता है, एक judge बैठा होता है, दो lawyers होते हैं और फिर वो लड़ाई करते रहते हैं. But this one can see either as an attorney, as an advocate, either as a victim, or या फिर accused, या फिर culprit, या फिर audience. Generally in real life कोई audience ऐसी बहुत होती नहीं है जैसे pictures में दिखाते हैं. But will you be able to experience this before being an advocate? Absolutely. So that is one a co-curricular activity that is a part of your life in law school. So when you are in a law school, whichever law school, apart from the academics, you are also allowed to take part in moot courts. Moot courts क्या होता है? Basically आपको एक fictional case बना के दिया जाता है well in advance, and then there are judges. Definitely ये जो judge होते हैं, जो आप when you would be acting as advocates, you would be judged by someone. But are those the real sitting judges? Not really. ये judges जो होते हैं वो आप ही के college के seniors होते हैं, या फिर alumni होते हैं, या फिर there are some retired judges who are invited to the college to judge these moot courts. These are basically kind of competitions. So you take part in them, and then you're given with some fictional some fake clients whom you're defending into the court, and slowly you can develop your skills, which would be fruitful, which would be definitely beneficial, जो आपको काम आएंगे life आपके college के बाद when you directly enter into a courtroom. But are these only on the college level? No, ये आपके पहले college level होते हैं, and slowly you can develop yourself and also go up for an international level of moot court competition. So it gives you exposure not only at the college level, but it also enables you, it also gives you the opportunity to expose yourself or to get the exposure at an international level. Apart from moot court, there are so many other things. For example, client counseling होता है. What is client counseling? Basically, अगर आप चलो मान लो आप advocate, आपने law कर लिया, अब आप advocate बन गए, आपके पास आप वकील बन गए, आपके पास एक client आता है, अपना दुखड़ा सुनाने की, वकील साहब मेरे साथ ये हो गया है, हमारी प्रॉपर्टी थी, मेरे भाई ने मेरी प्रॉपर्टी ले लिया, अब मैं क्या करूं, I don't have the money, and so on and so forth. So what are you supposed to, how are you supposed to counsel your client? What is the sound legal solution you are supposed to give the client? What is the way, how do you deal such aggrieved people, is also taught to you through a way of competition, which is called as client counseling. So the life at law school is not only going to be about academics, but it is also about practically developing and nurturing a person into a lawyer and instating that person into the market. Apart from client counseling, so I believe a lot of you and your kids probably must be interested in debating. So debating is also, is one of the prevalent practices in law school, so one person, depending on the law school, a student is expected to debate either from both the sides or from whichever side, whatever are the rules of the competition, and can develop the orating skills, or get an exposure for that, for being a good debater, for being a good orator. Because when you speak about law, you have to have a very, very good command over your language, over what you're speaking, over how you're communicating your views, your ideas, your opinions. So debating is also going to help you develop that. Now, apart from this, there are a lot of co-curricular activities also. So some schools have drama, so not just academics or the practical approaches towards the academics, but there are other cultural activities that also go are prevalent in their law school. So this is about your life in the law school. So as along with the academics, you can also develop your personality in a particular law school. So law is not only about reading or mugging up a particular thing, but it is about developing your personality while you are studying law, right? Now, once you are done with the law, क्या कर सकते हो आप? तो एक myth है, there's a myth among the society that once you are done with the law, white and black पहनो, काला कोट चढ़ाओ और कोर्ट में चले जाओ. That is all one can do, but that's not true, guys. Let me tell you, let me show you one thing. Definitely, these are all the opportunities which I'm going to discuss individually. So one is litigation, consulting firms, corporate law firms, LPO, civil services, academia, social works, media law. So all these. But सबसे पहले हमारे दिमाग में क्या होता है? एक इंसान ने लॉ कर लिया, क्या आता है? Yes, okay. Litigation, कोर्ट पहनो और कोर्ट में चले जाओ. You can wear your blazers and some. So आप district court पे जाओगे, probably आप blazers पहनोगे. High court में जाओगे, आप drape पहनोगे. But that's not it. Litigation is basically, yes, I agree. Once a person has completed law, definitely the most accepted or most practiced thing as a lawyer is litigation. It is basically whatever you studied, आपके law school में आपने जो भी पढ़ा है, इसको practically आप court में जाके practice करना, उन सारे laws को, उन सारे theories को apply करना, depending on your each case, is what is called as litigation. So you will have your own individual clients, and then you are going to defend your client, or either you're going to present your client in the court. Now, once you have, आपने अपना दस्तान बिठा लिया है वहाँ पे, once you've attained a good name into this field, trust me, guys, there is no high limit. There is no higher limit. The sky is the limit for you. But let me tell you, I'm going to tell you a flip side of each career option also. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप पहले दिन ही गए और पहले दिन ही आपने केस लड़ लिया, कोर्ट में जाके अपने आर्गुमेंट्स प्रेजेंट कर दिए, and that's it. Yes, now you become someone like Ram Jethmalani or Kapil Sibal. ऐसा नहीं होता है. There is a lot of struggle. But yes, once you have attained it, once you have achieved it, there are no bounds to it. You can just keep progressing, and there is no age limit also कि आप कब तक practice कर सकते हो. And maximum feel जैसे होता है कि अच्छा at this age you have to retire, now you're done. ऐसा नहीं होता. You can practice till at your whims and fancies, not till the age of 80 if you feel. The very famous lawyer Ram Jethmalani का अगर आपने नाम सुना है, the one who defended Kasab in his case, he was practicing till the age of 79, if I'm not wrong. So there is no age limit. There are no limits, whether in earning money, whether in practicing, whether in what kind of cases I can take up. ऐसी कोई भी limits नहीं है. So it's a very interesting field. Okay. Second field is corporate lawyer. I'm sure a lot of you must have watched. So आजकल Netflix हम बहुत देखते हैं, या फिर web series देखने का बहुत trend आया हुआ है. I'm sure a lot of you must have watched something called as Suits. And as soon as you watch them, that particular series and the people in that particular series, you would also want to be a part of a firm, something like that. So corporate lawyer बनना एक सबसे बड़ा इसका advantage क्या होता है? Unlike litigation, आपको from the very start, you have lot of money that is pouring in. Why? Let me tell you. जब आप litigation में जाते हो, आपके private clients होते हैं, individual clients होते हैं. मान लो मेरा एक client है जो एक चोर है, उन्होंने चोरी की है, 5,000 रुपए की चोरी की है. अब मैं उनको बोलूंगी कि वो मुझे बोल रहे कि वकील साहब आप मेरी बेल करा दो, तो मैं उनसे 50,000 रुपए तो मांग नहीं सकती. So it depends. Your clients may not be that well off to be able to, you know, earn from the start itself in litigation. But when you speak about corporate lawyers, corporate lawyer बनना मतलब क्या होता है? You are going to work for the companies. Corporate मतलब company होती है. तो company जब आपकी clients होंगे, you are going to be lawyering, you are going to be defending, you are going to be presenting the companies. So companies definitely, even if they are startups or even if they are, you know, a mid-level companies, they are still well off enough to pay you the fees that you or something that you're quoting them. So a corporate lawyer is something which is who has a lesser struggle as compared to someone who is into litigation. But there's again another flip side. You have to work a lot. There's a lot of workload when you speak about being a corporate lawyer. But then again, yes, you have a lot of money if you're ready to work for that, right? Then third is law firms average, is what I've already spoken, because there's a lot of money. The average salary you can see here is 16 to 18 lakhs per annum. A person can start earning that much as soon as a student is passed out from any law school. You can be a consultant to these firms. So these are so many firms which, you know, expect you, which gives you the opportunity to be their consultant. Then next is also LPO. LPO आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा trend में आए हैं. Of late we've seen a lot of LPO being established in India. What is LPO? First of all, let me explain that to you. Outsourcing क्या होता है? ठीक है, outsourcing का मतलब एक one party is outsourcing its work to the other party to finish that work and send it back. Now, why would one party would do so? Let's say US की बात करते हैं. तो यूएस में एक काम, एक प्लेन ड्राफ्ट करने के लिए, सब कुछ करने के लिए लेट्स से $1 लगता है. ठीक है, वही चीज अगर यूएस इंडियन लॉयर्स को अगर वो आउटसोर्स करती है उनका काम, वो ड्राफ्ट करना, वो सारा चीज बनाने के लिए, तो इंडियन लॉयर्स को जब वो काम देते हैं, वही काम जो उनका $1 में हो रहा था, अब वो 0.25, एक 1/4 ऑफ दैट $1 में वो काम हो रहा है. इससे दो चीज हो रही है. यूएस को अपना काम चीपर रेट में मिल रहा है और इंडिया को इंडियन लॉयर्स को जो है वो ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिल रही है, करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिल रही है. सो एलपीओ इज बेसिकली लीगल प्रोसेस आउटसोर्सिंग, वेयर द अदर कंट्रीज आर गोइंग टू आउटसोर्स देयर work to Indian lawyers. Indian lawyers are going to work on those projects, work on those cases, drafts होते हैं, वो उनके documentations करते हैं, and then they send it back. So here this process also pays quite a handsome amount of salary to those who are working in legal process outsourcing, that is LPOs. Then civil services. Now civil services means I'm sure a lot of students, a lot of aspirants who want to do law would want to get into civil services. That means state MPSC में, state PSC examination में या फिर UPSC में they want to appear for these examination and be a part of civil services. अब civil services की अगर आप बात करें, किसी भी field में से, a person who is an engineer or who is a BA or any person who has done any sort of graduation can appear for civil services. But why law particularly is beneficial for cracking these examination is when you are preparing for civil services, बहुत सारे legal, बहुत सारे law subjects की आपको preparation करनी पड़ती है जो आपने पहले ही 5 साल पढ़ चुके हैं, right? So once you've already studied about these laws which you are expected to study while you're preparing for these examination, आपके लिए वो easy हो जाता है. तो अगर आप एक comparative analysis देखोगे, पास क्रैक बहुत सारे लोग करते हैं. A person from IIT also can crack civil services and can be a part of it, examination for civil services. But comparative जो ratio होता है वो legal professionals का, lawyers का ज़्यादा होता है who have cracked these examinations. Reason being, they've already studied about all those subjects which form a majority of that preparation to be able to crack these examinations. So this is also one of the field which is which law proves to be beneficial. Then judicial services. Now just as law earlier was for 3 years, judicial services basically means you can be a part of judiciary. Instead of being an advocate, instead of being an attorney for someone, you can directly be a judge. अब हम directly 5 साल का कोर्स खत्म करने के बाद डायरेक्टली जुडिशरी का पार्ट बन सकते हैं क्या? पहले नहीं बन सकते थे. Earlier, what you were expected or what was the process, procedure, or what was the criteria कि पहले आपको 5 साल 10 साल प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ती थी, तब आप एलिजिबल होते थे जुडिशियल सर्विसेज, जुडिशियल एग्जामिनेशन के लिए अपीयर होने के लिए. Earlier, but since 2012, now you can be a part of judiciary right after you've become a lawyer. So आपके 5 साल के बाद directly you can write an examination. You can write an examination to be a part of judiciary, and you'll be appointed at the rank of judicial magistrate first. Now, it is a very basic rank of a judiciary, but still you can be a part of judiciary, which gives you one power, pride actually, to be able to be a part of such a noble profession. You have a lot of pride attached when you are part of a judiciary, but also you have a lot of power. There are a lot of perks when you are a judge. For example, the salaries or the perks, the privileges that a judicial officer, or a judge is given with. So ऐसा पहले जैसा नहीं है. Now अगर आपको litigation नहीं करना है, corporate lawyer नहीं बनना, you don't want to do civil services, you can directly be a part of judiciary also. Yeah, apart from this, not only judicial services, इसके अलावा अगर आपको कुछ भी नहीं करना, there are a lot of students who want to be a part of academia. What is academia? Basically core academics में जाना. Some you can become professors, you can do PhD, you can do article, you can get into writing articles, research paper, or you can be a part of human rights commissions. You can work for the rights of human rights. It is on a you can be a part of National Human Rights Commission, which is at the state level also. So these are all those opportunities that you have once you have done your law. Right now, apart after this, I just quick 2-3 questions which I have often seen my students or a couple of people asking me, ma'am, is there any age limit to appear for CLAT? No. There is no age limit. पहले होती थी, there is now no age limit to appear for CLAT, but maximum students जो देखे जाते हैं जो CLAT appear करते हैं, that is they are between 16 to 21. उसके बाद there's one more thing. Which stream? So a lot of you are in a 10th and 10th standard. So which stream to choose? You can choose whichever stream you want to. But अगर आप science choose करते हो, if you're choosing science as a stream, it's very good. But अगर आपका fixed है, if it is fixed that I want to do law only, there is no point in taking science, because preparing for those tough subjects, it is going to also expect you to आपकी external जो classes है, extra classes है, वो आप लगाओ, coaching लगाओ. तो उसमें you are going to waste your time and you're going to divert your focus a little bit from the preparation of CLAT. तो अगर आपका fixed है, then I think humanities or arts should be a good option, क्योंकि commerce या फिर science का कोई direct relation ऐसे law से नहीं होता है. Right? Yeah, I think I will hand it over to Mirat sir again. If there are any queries, I would want to address them. Most welcome for any questions.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I wanted, actually, I researched about International Court of Justice. So I wanted to know if, what are the opportunities there?
Okay, International Court of Justice is basically, there are also, but you need to be at a very high-end level. You have to be a good lawyer. It is basically a court which deals with, the disputes that are between states, that means between nations. So definitely you have good opportunities there. But I would say not at the start of your career. Definitely later in your career, you'd be able to, be a part of ICJ also, Niharika.
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mirat sir, up to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, you got the control.
Manu sir, shall I assign the controls to you?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Miraj sir, for educating us on law and IPM, and also Vinaya madam for giving us a deep insight about what are the options available through law as a career. So just to brief you about Career Launcher. Career Launcher is a 25-year-old organization having presence in almost 150 cities across India. We do train for law and IPM, and we are the leaders in law and IPM. Every year, we almost send our more than 50 to 60 students to NLUs and other good colleges from Pune Center. Now, Pune Career Launcher has been there for last 18 years. Okay. So what are the courses that we have for these entrance exams? For LST, if you see, we have 1 year program. LST means law ka jo program hai. We have 1 year and 2 year program. Same way for IPM, jo IIMS ka entrance exam hai, uske liye we also have 1 year and 2 year program. The difference in 1 year and 2 year is 1 year you would be having around 300 plus hours of live lectures, and in 2 year you would be having 500 plus hours of live lectures. And the class, jo bhi aapka experience rahega, it would be exactly as you are sitting in a classroom. And the best part is, after this pandemic is over, or if government permits classrooms to start, you can come to our classes as well, or continue in the online mode as you like. Okay. Now, if you see about the mocks, we have 70 All India mocks exactly as per your entrance exam, same as per your entrance exam. So 70 would be there for 1 year program, and around 80 would be there for your 2 year program. Rest, everything is the same. You will be getting access to 100 plus sectional test. जो भी आपके sections है, quant अलग section है, English, GK, law. So every section will have section wise test, and you will be getting topic wise test 300 plus, and 7,000 plus practice questions you will be having. Apart from this, you will be getting hard copy of your books. जितने भी आपके books है, if you're outside Pune, we would be couriering. We can courier you the books, or if you're in Pune, you can collect the books from our center as well. And we'll be giving you access to our aspiration account. Now, in this aspiration account, you'll be having access to many things. You will be having vocabulary zone. You will be having all the tests in our aspiration zone. Everything regarding legal or NLUs or your IIM, सारे updates आपके aspiration में आते रहेंगे. What package this time NLU में top package क्या था? What is the selection criteria? What have changed in NLUs? Apart from that, you will be getting all the GK updates, legal updates, सारे चीजें आपके aspiration account में you will be getting all the information. And when is the right time to fill the form? कब कौन से form का notification आ रहा है? Everything would be updated in that aspiration account. Apart from that, we would be helping you to join the Telegram group, wherein you will be getting all the updates. You can ask any questions, or if you have any academic questions also, you can post your question and you will be getting your answers there. Okay. So these are the two programs that we have. And if you have any other queries, you can get in touch with us. This is our number. So for Miraj Thomas, sir, you will have, you see thomas.miraj@gmail.com is the number to reach out to me. My email address is given, manu.abraham@careerlauncher.com, and my phone number. If you want to talk to Vinaya madam, her email address is there and her phone number is mentioned. And to our counselor, if you want to get in touch with our counselor, so you have the number here, and email address is pune@careerlauncher.com. Okay. So guys, if you have any questions right now, anything that you need to ask. So you can ask your questions right now also, or you can get in touch with us directly on our number. Okay, Mirat sir, anything from your end?
Yeah, nothing from my end. In fact, any questions if you all have, like Manu sir said, feel free to get in touch with us, or if you have any now, you can still ask. Vinaya madam and myself, we both are here. Kafi parents hai who might have some questions. So feel free to ask, या फिर you can get in touch with us. Our counselors are also there. आप उन्हें call कर सकते हो. You want a one-to-one counseling session, maybe career counseling session with one of us, हम ये भी करके दे सकते हैं. You just have to take an appointment, just meet and speak with one of our counselor. वो एक one-to-one counseling session के लिए भी आपकी मदद कर देंगे. Rest, all the best from our end.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining today, and all the best and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.